breaking through the disinformation, pointing out crimes and corruption threatening our way of life. Do you like tyranny or global government? No, and neither does he. He's Timothy Preston, host of Talk Wave Radio, freeing the minds of the world one mind at a time. Now, broadcasting live, Timothy Preston.
All right, welcome everybody. This is your host, Timothy Preston. You are live at Talk Wave Radio, where you will get true, independent news, commentary, just talking without anybody being the puppet or the puppet. Now, I'm going to talk about two things. This is a show I'm just throwing in. I really don't have much. I'm getting off a schedule because I was supposed to do a show and it was supposed to be part 2 of what we were discussing about the domestic terrorist checklist and Homeland Security checklist, terrorist checklist, and what's on that list and the definition that they're using. But I was listening and I've been putting some things together. Everybody knows about it because I'm actually starting to get a lot of listens and stuff to the new radio station that I got for Shoutcast. And I'm putting a few people on that right now. I'm being very particular who I pick to add to that playlist because it streams for at least 12 to 14 hours a day. And I listen to each show before I actually put it up and replay it. And it's the Talk Wave Radio Replay. That's what I'm calling it. It doesn't have that name on it yet because they have their certain way that they do their platform. But it's good quality. Anybody can listen to it. It's on over 100 smartphone apps between your iPhone and your Droids. It plays through pretty much any media player. WinApps is through Shoutcast, so it's out there quick, fast. And I'm picking people and I'm putting their shows on there along with mine. The website, might as well give it to you while I'm talking about it. It's talkwaveradio.radiostream321.com. I know it's long, but you can do this, man. Type in talkwaveradio.radiostream321.com. That's the numbers 321.com. And it'll stream and it'll play on pretty much any platform, any operating system. That's why I love it. But it's still kind of basic, but I love it. Moving on. Now, why am I talking about this? And why am I just rambling on? Is because I've been noticing a lot of things about who's on TV, who's on the radio, and the hidden agendas. And that there truly are hidden agendas. You know, a lot of people are just totally waking up to this whole movement that they want to call a movement. This whole awakening. It's not shallow. It's very, very, very deep. And a lot of people want to label you or me a paranoid, psycho type of person, just kooky, crazy, you know, and that's just because they're scared. But a lot of people run around and they saying that they are awake. It's easy to hoop and holler and point the finger at Obama or point the finger at Bush or point the finger at Clinton. It's easy to point fingers at people from the past and the very present. But it's just the people that's up in the front. It's just the people that you see. You start learning these names as they're starting to be released because Just like in Star Trek, the Klingons, the most ruthless villains of them all. I mean, personally, I believe they could just decimate the Borg. But no matter how vicious or what their plans are, for a moment they have to uncloak. They have to be seen, and they have to be prepared to strike. That's the whole point of them uncloaking, is to strike. It's the same thing with this New World Order, this elite, this whole global scheme, and people are just so paranoid, and they want to listen to another person. So they get the information from another person, but they're not doing the fact checking themselves. So we have a large mass of people, millions of people that's awake, but they're really not awake. They're still groggy, being told, and they're saying, okay, it just don't feel right, but okay. When you see the people, them kids on YouTube, when they first come in from under anesthesia, from the dentist, and how they not functioning right, and they still babbling, but they're awake. They know, okay, I'm awake, but something ain't right. But they still in a stupid mindset. It's chemically induced at that point. But we're mentally induced. We're psychologically induced. We're born into this. So as we think we're waking up, it's how awake are you? Are you awake, or are you just awake? It's a lot of people. They were sending me messages, and they were constantly emailing me. We want you on the show. You did good. We loved it with you when you were on there before, because I told you I did one show, and the guy gave me the show for 15, 20 minutes. It was just me talking. He actually left and got a beer while me and his listeners did the show. They listened, I talked. Okay, and I'm not tooting my horn, but also I know by the responses, I don't go and just talk all the time. Okay, I don't just run my mouth. I listen, and I read a lot what they put in the chat room, what they're saying, and I know how hardcore these people are for Alex Jones. I mean, you have listener after listener calling in, oh, you're doing great work, brother. I'll fight for you. I'll be on the sideline. I'll take a bullet for you. I'll do everything for you. But you won't. You struggle to do for your family, and be faithful to your wife, and to be loyal to your children, financially, mentally, physically. But you'll call on the radio and go and spend $150 on a bottle of pills and a jug of powder, and won't do for your family. Your family can't depend on you to get some groceries in the house, to get some toilet tissue on the road, or a bar of soap so they can wash their ass. But you'll faithfully pay your $15 or $20 or $30 a month to watch Alex Jones run his mouth, to watch Herman Cain run his mouth, or to listen to Sean Hannity run their mouth. You'll go donate to the Heritage Foundation. You'll pay with the Tea Party and run with the Tea Party, and you go and link up with MoveOn.org, and every time somebody gay is having a bad day, they want you to donate $5. And you go right on to that, but your family can't depend on you for gas money, bus fare, money for field trips, money for pictures, money for pads, and money for underwear and drawers. But you say you are awake. See, it's real people, and I'll put them on blast, and it's real people like Angel Diaz, who's having a serious awakening. I'm looking at, from what I'm listening, his grogginess feeling from the sedatives and everything are wearing off. And now he's even seeing the biggest mouth for this liberty movement is an insider. And when you see this and it hits really close to home, and you finally wake up, now you're going to walk and read and see everything for yourself, how corrupt it's all, how contaminated it is right now. See, we don't need Alex Jones. We don't need Sean Hannity. We don't need Rush Limbaugh. We don't need Neil Bortz. We don't need the other people. We don't need Glenn Beck. We don't need Mad Cow. We don't need none of these people. We don't need Anderson Cooper. We don't need none of these people. Because it was none of those people that I named, none of them released the information. They weren't the ones that released the information about NDAA, SOPA, SIPA. They weren't the ones leaking about Fast and Furious. Those aren't the ones that's pushing and fighting to fight this the NDAA with the new laws. They're not the ones that's trying to come up with paperwork to question the president's authority with this and you win. They hoop and holler and blow a lot of smoke and get you angry. And all they do is tell you, a war is coming, a war is coming, a war is coming, a war is coming. Get your guns, get your guns, a war is coming. So you go and you get your guns. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. I listen to them hoop and holler. I listen to a lot of different media. I listen to it for the news. See, you know, it's like when you tune into this media, it's like a piece of steak. Okay? All of it, it's all information. Because you can pick out the good information, the bad information, the lies, the truths, the facts, the fictions. You get what I'm saying? But it's all like a steak. Media, TV, computer, newspaper, magazine, emails, and blogs, and all of these different things, YouTubes and everything. All of this is the steak in its entirety. And now that you're awake and you're waking up, you know you want the meat and you throw away the fat. You eat the meat and you throw away the bone. See, a lot of people, and this is why I don't go and do a lot of these shows, is because they're hardcore Alex Jones. Somebody called him out on it. I was reading the chat room. They called him out on it. You know, Alex Jones is the inside or whatever. He oh, you just Alex Jones, get out of here. I'm closing my link. What? Really? Really? Now he's barred for speaking his mind. Whatever happened to freedom of speech? That's what we hooping and hollering about as we march up and down the streets, right? The freedom of speech. That's what we're saying we want to hold on to because we feel like the government is taking it away. You know, the freedom of speech, you know, so I can say what I like, what I don't like, what I agree on, what I don't agree on. You know, y'all stand up and wave y'all flags and boo-hoo and cry, say y'all trying to take my freedom, but then you deny a person to speak his mind when actually he's speaking the truth. But that shows how awake they are not. Because they're not seeing that this man is my wife a long time ago. A long time ago. I mean, when Bill Cooper died. You know, when they were doing all of this craziness, when they was harassing Bill Cooper, and when they was putting the guy, what's his name, that's on the radio late night, the coast to coast, yeah, when they was putting him in check, you know, my wife and people ask, why he the only one that can go and talk about all this, but they kill everybody else who bring it up. Malcolm X bring it up, they kill him. Martin Luther King bring it up, they kill him. John F. Kennedy bring it up, they kill him. Obama bring it up, they or look kind of funny, they put a white person in the room and say, hey, we can get them right by you and they'll kill you. You still a nigga. But then you got Bill Clinton coming up, getting ready to do a speech and praise Obama and say keep him in office. But this man was just saying not too long ago, this man would have been bringing us our coffee. I'm not trying to play the hate card, but I'm just saying, showing you how all of this is, see, that's the fact. You need to throw that away. You know what that is now. So I don't need to sit back and watch Fox News and CNN all day to see what they think about Mitt Romney or how they're going to make Obama look today or what. Look, y'all crying about this and that. Yeah, the economy is a problem, but I care about the NDAA because you know what? The fact that there's no jobs and people getting pissed off, that brings in. I'm going over the list. 11 pages. I shouldn't have to sit here and tell you guys. I hope I can do another show so I can tell y'all about the rest of these definitions and how they're categorizing us like cattle. You know, I shouldn't do that. I should be able to say, hey, you know what? There's a list. You can go to talkwave.info on the show notes page. I'm even telling you what to click on the page, okay? Heaven forbid you actually go through the entire site page by page from top to bottom and actually see for yourself. I'm going to tell you, you go to talkwave.info, click the show notes page, scroll down towards the middle, and there's a long list, classified. You can click the link that I put right there, and it'll take you to the actual Homeland Security document that they had, the PDF file document that's still on the internet right now. But then they say I'm extreme. See, those are the things that I care about. They keep saying government's growing, and everybody's saying government's growing, and they keep waving, we need more teachers. Healthcare. But the part of the government that's growing is the TFS, the TSA, the Homeland Security just driving every city now. You got them driving through traffic all crazy. They got new police forces inside the police forces right now. New divisions inside. They ride around mean mugging everybody. I was doing a show on location, and they was all over me, circling around, looking at me crazy, watching me until I left. So that's the part of government that's growing that I'm questioning. Okay, you want to come out here? Personally, teachers don't need to get. School need to be year-round. Teachers need to get paid year-round. Not, oh, we get paid $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year, but I'm only working, what, from September to May, but I'm still paying you? What those other 3 months? You can't work those other 3 months. Georgia right now, kids, dumb. Okay, Georgia got some of the dumbest kids I've ever seen, and it's not even the kids' fault; it's the parents' fault, and then it's their little local government fault. Because you know what these people down here do? Because there's a game that Florida and Bulldogs play. They make the kids stay home so that the teachers and the parents and other fans go to Florida just to watch a damn football game. Okay, but you want to cry about that we need to pay the teachers more. For what? Apparently the money going to them ain't working. So why pay them more? We need to get rid of some of these ones that are maxed out the payment, let them get their retirement, and we start all over. And we tell them, when you come into the school system, see, I haven't got all the way off of Are You Awake? But yeah, Are You Awake? Think about this. When you come to the school system, you go to the worst schools in the worst neighborhoods of that area. And as you do good and we see change, you move on up. It shouldn't be, oh, I'm graduating from such and such and I'm going to be a teacher. And what's the best school? Oh, Timothy Elementary is the best school. I want to go work there. No, we're going to send you to Gaines. We're going to send you to Fowler. And you want to talk about why the kids are in the predicament that they're in, using Athens as an example again. This city only has 2 high schools. 2 high schools, okay? I worked in a community that had over 170 families. At least 2/3 of those families had teenagers, at least 1 to 2 teenagers. That right there is almost 300 kids. 200 to 300 kids alone in that one group. Now, what about the rest of the neighborhoods across the city? This is why I'm putting together the Talk Wave radio replay. For the simple fact is, you're getting true information. You're getting true opinion. Can't nobody tell me what to tell you guys on my show. I wouldn't allow it. The fact that you are a syndicated show, over 100 stations on satellite radio, if that don't tell you that you paying and you doing what you're supposed to do because you're told to do that, then I don't know what. You just can't. If you believe that they're only funded by you buying some Beyond Tangy Tangerine and the damn water filter, really? You can go to the thrift store and get you a water filter, man. You can go to a flea market and get you a water filter, man. But he want us to believe that he have a money bomb and he get 250,000, but now he got a lavish set and he's going all over with his bus, raising all kind of anarchy. It's fine because what he's saying is true. Some of the information he gives is true. Yeah, everybody know Alex Jones is extreme, so that's part of the awake process. See, you know, because you're awake, you know he's gonna be extreme. So yeah, the government pushing the NDAA. It ain't like he's saying it's like super, like it ain't like a category 10 right now. It's a category 3. But it's how you use the information. And over the years, yeah, he's had to shape his game up and be more accurate because people are using the internet to figure it out. But he's soul in the game. You have to be. Why do you think me and you are doing shows across this country and we're doing good, but we're not super paid? People who getting on the show and then having it, they sell out. They get syndicated. You get syndicated, then you're doing what Fox tell you to do, or you're doing what Fox cousins and third brothers and subsidiaries tell you to do. If I sell peanuts that got monkey dew on it and you're going to get sick from it, you ain't going to talk about monkey dew and peanuts in the same sentence in the same show. Why? Because I sell peanuts and I'll pay advertising, so you're going to shut it up and do what you're told. Somebody call in to ask about it, you deflect it. Blame it on Obama. So ladies and gentlemen, really, are you awake? Are you really awake? I think a lot of us are, and we're still waking up. Because I can get deep with it. I can go all the way to the alien UFO, and I'll break it down to you and you'll be like, oh, okay, that do make a lot of sense. And it's not because it's a lavish, it's elaborate trick or something or a script that I put together. It's just everything they do, they put it right in front of you, and they put it in the TVs and movies to get you acclimated. So when you actually see it, you don't panic. You panic, but you don't panic. You expect it. You respond to it the way they tell you you're supposed to respond. Everybody screams and falls and runs. They run to FEMA to get help. I watched 4 movies that they played back to back to back that they introduced onto a certain site right before all of these weather crazy things started happening with this Isaac and stuff like that, you know. And it's always going to get worse, and it's just going to look at the red. Oh my God. Everything that's going on now, I watched it in some movies before. So, ladies and gentlemen, in closing on this Are You Awake part, I'm glad that a lot of people are starting to realize the truth. I'm glad a lot of people are figuring it out. But you're only going to figure it out is when you decide to go and look this up yourself. When you go and click on one website that everybody listens to, and then you start going and click on other websites, and you start finding other information, you find people get information that's being buried and they put it on there so it can be seen. You just don't have millions and millions of people going to that website like you got millions and millions of people going to Fox. Because they're in a position to where they're going to be seen. They're used. They are the tools. See, we are the tools that break the machine that is crippling the people. We don't need Ron Paul. We don't need Rand Paul. We don't need Alex Jones. We don't need Glenn Beck. We don't need Sean Hannity. We do not need Laura Ingraham. We do not need, what's that other man's name? Herman Cain, Rush Limbaugh. I think I said him, and Neil Boris. I said him too. Okay, we don't need any of them. Because they just speak what we want to hear and distort it. So we need people like you. Your buddy down the street who got a show. Your buddy in the next state over that got a show. Me. Danan. Angel Diaz. Some of them I can't name because they faithful followers of Alex Jones. I listen to their show and I only listen to like maybe 20 minutes because a lot of them that's out there, they want to be this freedom group. and this liberty thing, and it's like when I listen to it, I'm hearing a low budget version of Alex Jones. I mean, the exact same lines. They scream when he would scream. They yell when he would yell. I did a comparison. I played Alex Jones, and then I played their show that came on a few hours after Alex Jones' show was, or the next day, and they're hollering the exact same damn thing. It's the same punchline. The same punchline, and they pretend that they got all of this, and they're working with this network here, and they're just living this dream. See, they woke up, and the people laid them back down and put the mask back on them and slowly rocking them back to sleep. But they leaving them in a state now because they've waking up. You never get reinserted back into the system, right? So they just keeping you inoculated and drugged up right now. They're keeping you in a fog. So they're not waking up all the way. But it's good that many that's going to be very important in this movement that's out there. And this goes back to my show. My station. Talkwave Radio Replay. I'm going to make a nice little jingle and everything for it. You'll see it. But that's what it's for. I'm picking a few individuals so I can have at least 8 to 12 hours of fresh material weekly and just stream it 7 days a week, 12 to 14 hours a day. I want to get with a team that I can communicate with, that can communicate with me, and we can get these shows going. Like you do a show or a podcast, you tell me, hey, this one is for sure I want, or I'm guessing and I'm picking. And then I have to listen and then decide if I want to put it on there. When you could say, hey, this is the show I want because I was talking about something that was important. I want to get this one on. Because think Shoutcast, man. Shoutcast. Okay? Every medium plays Shoutcast. Every app that's on phones will link and play Shoutcast music. So this is nothing small. Another thing, when you play your audios and you want to do your audios, this is to people who's trying to figure out the whole sound thing. First off, you don't want your microphone playing back what you're saying. You should never want to hear your echo. You go in your settings and you shut that off. You don't want to listen to what you're saying. Second, get Audacity. It's a free piece of software. It works on Ubuntu operating systems and Windows operating systems. You can play an audio with your microphone position, catch the audio from the speakers, and then you can compress it, take out the noise, real easy, simple. Practice maybe 30 minutes one time with 2 or 3 different sounds, and you can edit and you can play back your links that goes and downloads on Spreaker. And it sounds good and it's smooth. And you can take out the noise, you can add bass, you can add treble. And it's all just click this button and it lets you listen to it real quick, a little snippet, and then it just do it for you. You don't have to be a techie at it. But you can have commercials and jingles and stuff like I do. That's how I'm able to take one speech or something and link it with some sound that I got, and I can throw me on the background saying, hey, you can find this and more at talkwave.info. So that's my spiel. So check out Audacity. Go visit talkwave.info. Also, go and spread the word about talkwaveradio.radiostream321.com. That's talkwaveradio.radiostream321.com. And let me know. Like it on Facebook. Tweet it out. Tell everybody, if you have a show and you really think that you can do it and not be just really want to do it, I'm trying to help spread the word, then let me know. Message me, email me, talkwaveradio@gmail.com, and let me know what you think, all right? And what you got on your mind, and we can work something out. This is your host, Timothy Preston. Thank you for tuning in.
Disinformation, pointing out crimes and corruption threatening our way of life. Do you like tyranny or global government? No, and neither does he. He's Timothy Preston, host of Talk Wave Radio, freeing the minds of the world one mind at a time. Now, broadcasting live, Timothy Preston.
Again, go visit talkwaveradio.radiostream321.com.